Hey everyone, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV. Our queue for the Naval Hard mode just popped, so let's hop in there and do it. I don't know why they want us to do this in hard. I don't remember it being like this. I could have sworn it was like a solo trial, but alright. Here we go, I guess. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I said I'd come, I said I'd come. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Finally beats out David. Oh, I don't have a... Oh gosh, I keep using that, trying to use it. I said I'd come! I said I'd come! I'm here! I'm here! I'm here! Titan is not being his usual self. He's uttering some lines that are very unlike him. So I'm not using my jutsu because, well, I moved that one, but he tends to flip very quickly, so... I said I'd come! I said I'd come! I'm here! I'm here! Mother! Father! I can't find you! Where are you? Where are you? But as you can see, like I said, he is vastly different than what he was before. Titan doesn't normally complain about the lack of his mother and father. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case... He must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Issail's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Beneath a star-filled sky. There is naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters. Informing Commander Bloyden of the Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Just got caught on a rock. Anyway, that quest is kind of heart-wrenching because this poor little koboldling comes searching for help only to find his parents already passed away. You're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back to you, I feared for the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we could live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like a cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Hey, Vector, you got through on the heist. Look at that. Sorry. I should have done a call to arms.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I traveled far and wide with two companions, a Astin and a Sail, who were very similar, under some rather unique circumstances. I had the pleasure to fight along Sir Emmerich. When Alphino and I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands. I think she'd like to hear that. Hear about her brother, since she hasn't spent much time with him.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Sharlayan. I should like to speak with her someday. 'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course, for the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
All right. So it appears that masked man is setting us up for something. What ho, Miro? I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation, so Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. But we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they are too flush with Ishgardian crystals, and with that in mind, I suggest we pay Arianje another... Wait, where's Alisaie? She was here a moment ago, with Gabu. Ah, let me guess. It is time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloyden, something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there's been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alisaie. Thank you. Have faith, this sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, aye. There will be a reckoning. Okay. Return to the Waking Sands. Okay. Off we go. We got about 9 minutes left to stream, guys, and then we will be done for today. I was hoping we'd be able to get through 3.4 today because, yeah, the 3.4 is not that long overall. But, unfortunately, I slept in because my alarm didn't go off. So, we'll be continuing this tomorrow. But I'm feeling pretty strongly about getting either right up to or into Stormblood tomorrow. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogomora, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Laminsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friends to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigh heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture. One of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every humble calamity. 7 times they have succeeded, then 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Minfilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections, when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, the flow unto the endless sea, there endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye, the verse speaketh of renunciation of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner of the Warriors of Darkness described, it would give way unto a void where none may know either life or death. But better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew. Saved, such at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true then, gods, no one should have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on the subject, I should share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I should remind you that the Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rauga. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to groups devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than remnants of Eileen Roil's network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Asians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group and receive the crystals without delay. Mira? Alisaie? Will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Guys, join Chocobo for a boss fight. I'll join you, Chocobo. Oops. Alphino, Alisaie, Miro, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too. That what few remained, aye. Regrettably, it seems they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told. There will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Amaric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned of shipments but a few moments ago. Huh, and there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Wait a moment, there is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Wayu, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I should mention, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Ishtola next, but there's someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. Alisaie's suspicious. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that we have sought Oriage's aid, and twice she treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, Little Alamigo awaits. So, if you guys recall, Little Alamigo is an area comprised of refugees from when Alamigo was taken over by the Garlean Empire. They tried to seek aid in Ul'dah and were turned away. Also, they were not allowed into the 12-Wood. So they came here and made this camp. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Do you have something to say? Oriage? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what is going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Miro. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters, since we have no idea what when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Alright, we'll pick up this quest, and this is where we'll be done for today. When we were free. So, to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan Resistance, operating here, have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Miro, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alisaie and I will do the same in the west. We can rendezvous here to share our findings. Alright, so stuff is about to come to head with the Warriors of Darkness. Once again, sorry guys, we cannot proceed any further as I did sleep in and I do got to get ready for work. But I will be back tomorrow, hopefully on time, with some more Final Fantasy XIV where we're going to see what's going to happen with the Warriors of Darkness, what's going on here in Little Alamigo, and I have pretty high hopes that we can make most of our way into Stormblood, or actually start Stormblood proper. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it, because it gets really good.